Good evening, viewers, and good evening, everyone, wherever you're watching from. My name is Himba Malambo. This is Ubuntu Channel Political Friday, and thank you for joining us. Once again, Happy New Year and welcome to 2023. I know 2021 had a lot of challenges. We just have to thank the Almighty God that we've all managed to cross to 2023. It's not that we are intelligent or we are smart, but it's by the grace that we've managed to cross to 2023. This is once again Ubuntu Friday political program. This is the program where you come, you talk about the issues that affect our lives on day-to-day lives, and the policies, the development of our country, Zambia. So you're welcome to join us. You can speak in any language, but there are things we don't allow here. We don't allow character assassination. We don't allow disrespecting of the leaders, whether in the ruling party or in the opposition, whether tradition, church leaders. We don't allow strong language. Here we are debating based on issue based. So if you're a person who can't engage yourself on that level, you are not welcome. Once again, welcome to Ubuntu Political Program pa Friday. Mutujoine, twamisengela, twamipokelela. You're welcome. We have a lot of issues that are happening on the ground in our country, Zambia, and we thought as Zambian people, we can meet and discuss these issues that affect us on day-to-day basis. Our topic of discussion this evening is government healthy services and ZESCO. Apparently, Valanda ubushukubufuile nsofu, neri ashiribako lya nsofu. With me in the studio, I've been joined by Mianda. Mianda, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me. Evening, Himba, and evening, our lovely viewers.
Nale munakwati mwali iluba. Na mwisa na imu 2023.
Poturi.
Chirelila.
Poturi turesha. Ture pushing atachirelila. Ture shafi. Ture sunka.
Nga wale pala. Tali nishifintu na fiwama.
Vale pala nomba kai pala imibombele ya minu yesu.
Noti imibombelo.
Tabapala fiala pona fe kumulu. Bapala imibombele ya minwe. Emkwai kulingana nepole bomba nga wabomba ero nomba wayakulile sokwati mwelesa paleni ilibala nalima nomba mpeleni mfula. Ero lesalo aponye mfula.
Exactly. Na pano tulini pa Ubuntu Political Friday. Ati ubushukubu fide neri ashiribako liansofu. Not what we But before we come to that elephant, actually our topic today is divided into two parts. We want to talk about ZESCO, and we also talk about the health situation. But before we get to ZESCO, let's talk about healthy. What is the mood on the ground about the health situation?
I think before we even start talking about the mood, tunatemo kwebati fwe bantu twachita understand the healthcare system yesu mchalo chesu cha Zambia. So Zambia yalikwata healthcare system iyaba designed nangula yapangwa munshira imo eyo government yasala. So yabikako echo beta ti primary health care. Primary health care ni buli obwafuirisho obufuma ku bantu abakanshiwa nangula abasambirishiwa okumona obumi bwa muntu. So bali abantu baba under primary health care ma general practitioners anangula abantu bamo abasambirira ukubombera pamubiri wa muntu onse tabachita specialize muri kimo nangula tabayishiba tabasalapo kimwe cyo bayishibishe cyo basambirira babati ama basic health problems kuti bayachita handle icyo kirera ngo kwebati pa clinic clinic is one of the facilities iva mu primary health care. So mu primary health care mwaba clinic, mwaba pharmacy, mwaba na health post, mwaba na mini hospital. So nga chakweba ati walwala we muntu ichaba mupepi na ifwe ni primary health care. Ya mwama lwele nga walwala fye ulipanganda kuti waya ku pharmacy. So nabasibomba mu pharmacy nabe na ma primary health practitioners kuti bakupera panado wapola. Then kwaba ya mwama lwele aya kweba ati waya pa clinic nabe na ma primary health practitioners. That's why pa clinic pasangwa ba nurse, pasangwa na ba clinical officer. So ba clinical officer ni ba general health practitioner balabombera pa malwele yonse aya ba basic. Nangula malwele tutu malwele tu no tonse ba clinical officer bakamibombera po. Nangula ba nasi waichena bala kukaka ekironda walwala malaria bala kumona nga walwala amalwele ayambi ama STIs nangulo tuswende akasele ne fimbi fyashala abala kubombera po banesi. Lelo echo musango kweba ati pa clinic level bakwata fyemiti ya ba basic kulingana na malwele eyo tulwala ko libiri. So nga mwaya pa clinic umuti wa malaria wala sangwa, mwaya pa clinic imiti ya malwele yo tulwala ko lyonse nga fyona tantawira malaria na yambi amalwele flu ichifuba lero te yonse ama imiti isangwe amalwele. So palanga bakuchita treat basically, for example nga wachiba mu accident, primary health care bala kukaka fye chironda bakupere na painkiller ero nomba bala kuchita refer ku hospital kuli umuntu uli specialized. So the mood pa community level bahimba isangirwa okweba ati kuli ubwafya tulekwata ubwakweba ati bamolimo kuti baya pa clinic n'obulwere obulefu ya specialist doctor ero nomba babapera panado n'okubeba okweba ati imbi miti muye ku hospital ekwalasangwa ba doctor bale kitanda stand ubulwele ebo mukwete, meaning kula ku hospital ko mwaya musange specialist doctor wafikukire nsakwe waishiba bwino ubulwele mukasanga tinga ni doctor wabana mayo, doctor wakumona bana mayo bali pabukulu ni umo waba specialized ulawine wala sangwa nemiti. Lelo there's still a challenge kulingana nefyo ba minister balandire balera ndokweba ati stock level ya miti ma clinics ma hospitals iri pa 58%. Icho ekirera ngokweba ati emiti taikumanine. But there's been a number of complaints that we've been getting, especially from the political circles, that pa clinic nga mwaya completely tapalesango muti uli onse. Yeah. So personally, when we read that mood, we took it upon ourselves to try and do a bit of some advocacy. Iyo advocacy lera ndokweba ati twali chisenda chaba chisendo chesu nokuya pama clinic muku checking omuti pakweba ati uyo omuti nga takuli tuchite advocate ukweba ati ba minister bachite stock imiti. Lelo ichakupapisa bahimba ama clinic twase chitako survey ya 3 twalisango kwa ama basic drugs epo yali, but icho tachirelanga ifo twachitirefe sample twairefe kuma clinic ya 3 twasalirepo Leero kuchiriyamu amaklinika yakirina yakwata ama-challenges tatuleetalikana n'abantu abalala ndati ne nali yapali clinic wumutinshawusangire bali ndembera prescription. So the challenge is still there, but to say imitita kuli completely does not portray the true picture of what is obtaining on the ground. Of course, imwe bayimba kuti mwaya ku clinic ya ku Chelston mwasanga tirimbi palya tabakwete panado. That does not mean na kuchawama tabakwete. So to give a blanket statement to say there's completely no drugs in muma clinic, kwati muma clinic tamuli umuti completely, is not a true picture of wifirechitika background. Na ifwe to say completely pantutwalia kuma clinics yatatu, so definitely yonse ama clinics imitina yakwata yonse ichote chirange picture iri correct, because kuli bamwe abakwe batimbe bali apa clinic epo basangira ati tapali umuti. So tatwaperere fye mukwenda muma clinics twali monako kaya ama public offices bahimba
Emkwai
ama public offices chochire piribula tuli onse kuti aima aya kuli ba district pharmacist, aya kuli ba pharmacist in charge pa clinic nokuipusha ko ya mwama question kai bala abantu basha besu babombera ifwe kuti waya ipusha okweba tinge chire shupe emiti kushisangwa chinshi. So ero kwa mfuikerwe lyashi ba provincial pharmacist mu one of the WhatsApp groups twabako ba mu abantu bali taking upon themselves also to find out elo twali kwate shuko kwalisango kweba timulamu ine muliko ba pharmacist aba ishire tupera breakdown yakweba tawo kwena kwali ba provincial hub iya bakundola imiti eko ichiri ero panopo tuli chira clinic consumption chira mwenshi per month babonfye emiti yaso elo stock level yo bakwete ya muti pama clinic yonse okulingana na record yakwete ba district pharmacist na ba provincial pharmacist balela ndokweba ati imiti iya fitting okupona muri category ya primary health care imiti yo epo iri and ama clinic yali well stocked. Of course kwali bama challenges eyo tuchiri ture facing mu Zambia. So kuti mwasanga mwayako kuli clinic imo mwasanga tirimbi tapali ko watemu ichota chile piribulo kwa ati mu Zambia tamuli umuti limbi kuti mwasanga tirimbi bali cherwa afyo kuchita order from the district pharmacy or limbi kwa liko breakdown ya motoka. So it is very important yolo taula ima ukuya ku media, social media mkulanda timi tita muli mu Zambia. It is very important to wachita verify information eyo ukwete. So to sum it up, nangula muku sondwerera ndera ndo kweba ati bahimba mood iya miti pa community level tetibe bwino nga chakweba ati fwe ntungulushi nangula fwe ma politician fwe bamufikansa fya chalo tule taking advantage of babiri olo batatu abashisangire omuti nokubakumba ulama emotions nokubatwala ku media kuya bapangisha video kwa ati landena tinafuma ine pa clinic umuti nshusangire.
And I think iba Frank Yomwalandapo eri ashitufuire tu alolekeshapo because
Mianda not Frank.
Sorry wa Mianda. I think iri ashitufuire eri ashi ero intungurushe especially ama political leaders vale kokula bonfya vulnerable people for their political mileage, you know. baleleko kubofya abantu abakawat whom they abenenga babachita assess, then they realize that these are vulnerable people in society, and then you just give them akapia kanonere mwabaleta ku media. But just hold on that, Bamianda. We have Balevi. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening, thank you. How are you, Bohimba?
I'm fine,
And how
thank
is
you.
everyone present?
We are fine.
Okay, tuli bwino Balevi. Mwaikala
Nambo
chani.
Napikara Bwana Mianda. Sorry, my network is poor where I am, so I may not fully participate, but I'm following.
Okay, all right.
Sure.
It's all right. We appreciate
Yeah, so
your coming.
to amplify
Thank
your point, Himba,
Yeah.
to amplify your point, Himba, concerning political mileage, it's very unfortunate that we have a crop of politicians now. Nangula type yama politicians ebo tukwete. Bantu abashirefo kuba innovative. Bantu abashirefo kusanga inshireshi pia. Nangula new way of politicking. Bantu abasambirira ma politics ya mu colonial eyo bashere bali katirirako. For example, nalampera example ya kwebati umo abantu abalelanda dimiti takuli ba government n'abafirwa umona asangira alelanda efyo bahimba ni kansela uyo ni kansela
nomba abakansela abalelanda efyo ni nshibeve nchito yawo ni chani yabakansela
nalelanda okweba ti government kansela kansela aba part of government ekyo afolera na ku government bali mubika pa payroll meaning naena ni government worker so nga naifirwa government ni kansela nafirirwa kumo pantu nchito yako a kansela yakulandira abantu n'okumakinga sure ama social services yafika pa community level
nimbi bakansela tabayishi bati nchito yabwe yakulandirapo abantu and to advocate for good policies for the citizen nimbi tabayishwa bantu nga bakansela bali kuntanshukula achita complain buya ntanshukula
mulesanga ba kansela mwasanga na ba MP bali ku forefront yakulalanda okweba ati awe bubuteko nabufirwa inengefyo naishiba mwe bantu nga mwasala MP wakuyamirandirako kunganda ya mafunde inganda ya mafunde is part of government so nga kwa bapanga ama policies nangula bapanga amafunde ayalingira okulenga emitire esangwamo niba MP bene mwasala so MP tetambe okulasambira executive yeka ukweba tipantu mu executive so government efwe fiputwa fya government kwa executive so mumu executive musangwa ba president mwasangwa ba na cabinet ministers ero chimbi chiputurwa chabako chiputurwa cha legislative uko ku legislative icho chiputurwa cha legislative ekusangwa parliament
Bamianda trefo mwatwala okutali mwatambo kula tusambilisha sana twebe nili trefo kumfu hapa
tulelanda pamiti bahimba tulelanda pamiti ero mukulanda pamiti tulelanda okweba ati tufumine kunuma tulelanda okweba ati there's a lot of politicking around medicines nangula emiti mu kliniki so mukulanda kweso kyo twakifikira okutyakweba ati nalimo napo bamwe ama MP balelanda okweba ati government naifirwa umutita muli mu makliniki so okuna kiralondolola okweba ati
kibena bakwisa Bamianda
ekyo nakilalanda okweba ati kiputulwa MP abako nakyena ni government parliament ni government parliament buteko.
Evening Himba, evening Bamianda.
Evening, how are you, sir?
I'm all right, thank you.
CJ, I was just waiting. I wanted Bamianda to finish. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you.
Yeah. So, Bamianda,
So
allow me, sorry to interrupt you.
yes,
There was that committee, Parliament here to do I don't know if it's a survey or a research that
yes.
came up with those findings. So maybe
Uh-huh.
contention where people have is that committee, that's what they found on the ground. So basing on
Yes.
those findings, now you have all this propaganda going around.
Nomba
So
kainge.
the standard stocking levels were CJ is 78%. Are recommended by the World Health Organization, meaning stock levels ya miti mu kyalo kiri kyonse yalingira okuba
Bamianda, just so when you talk about who, we are literally talking about the world. Tuleranda pa chilongani no. Icha
kirongani n'ekirolesha papya buumi bw'abantu kyalo kyonse.
Oh yeah.
So komiti batumine yailesanga okweba ati stocking levels kulingana na percentage nangula empendwa ya miti eyo tulekwa eyo tukwete mu kyalo kya Zambia iri pa 58%. Kireranga okwata tuferwike natupaasa tuli pa 58 natubulishamo tatulekana lero tekweba ati ama percentage yali pa 0 nomba mwamona babe n'ama MP mwamona babe ne bamwama politicians mwamona nomba babe n'ama politicians 58% himba will never be 0%. How can you be saying committee asangire 58%? Ero nga mwamba okusta politiki mulanda ati mu clinic muna mu hospital tamuli omuti nangu pana doyonse bale pera for prescription. So tamuli is 0% when you quantify it.
Okay,
tamuli is 0%.
Thank you so much, Bamianda.
So it's not true to say tamuli when the same committee says 58%. So what is wrong with me coming to social media himba and say imiti twaisanga? So nga natulanda natuisanga emiti nitulanda tira 58% yasangire ba committee iyitulelanga natukwata. Then you find an MP going out on social media and saying these guys should be tamed mashiru pantu balelanda timiti eko indi muma clinic ero bambi abantu balanda titamuli miti.
Bamianda, hold your thoughts. Thank you so much, viewers. Viewers out there, you are welcome in the studio. You are welcome to join us. We want to hear your views. We want to hear what is happening. You are welcome. You can join us through my Facebook. You can join us through YouTube. You can come into the studio. There's a link that has been shared. Valevi, what is your thought?
Thank you very much, Madam Imba.
Thank you.
Like I said earlier, for now I'm just listening. I'll make my submission soon because I've seen Bamianda. He is going and going. So I want to get one or two. Then obviously I'll make my submission as soon as possible. Otherwise, some of these things, on political grounds, when we keep talking about politicians, the question is who is a politician? Because even Mr. Mianda here is also proving to be a politician on my side. Yes. So who is a politician? So a politician is any Zambian citizen taking concerns in the affairs of the country. So political is just that in Zambia we've started misinterpreting the purpose of politics. We've started taking politics as jokes, and yet we are supposed to take politics as something that should take us forward. This issue of medicine, ZESCO road shading, You remember last week when we had the conversation, Madam, I made a comment stating that the system has its own operation. So, in as much as one human can say, I want, maybe I'll do this or will do this or will do that, or maybe the government is not doing this, the government is not doing that. The truth of the matter is, government as a system. The only thing we need to do is to support the government. You support government when there is true facts to say there are no medicine. Follow the right channel of reporting. Now, some people want to criticize, to say they are taking, there are no medicine or what, perhaps that they have not done proper investigations or proper visiting. You go at a facility. You go at a facility in, let's take for example, 2,000 and 1,000 kilometers away from the central business town. Do you expect them to be having Panadol on a daily basis? Their supply, like this time, I've worked in some fields. You talk of, for example, I'll give an example. In Mumbwa, there's a fishing camp called Muchavi. Once it's rain season, the camp is cut off from the other central business town. The medicines are delivered during the maybe October, September. Once it's rain season, such a place is cut off. So, do you expect that place to be with full-time medicine? The answer is no. But when you come to Kabwata Clinic, are you telling me you're not that they are going to write for you prescription of Panadol? The answer is no. So also sometimes some of these things, medicine, ZESCO, yes, we are having road shedding from 6 hours to 12 hours. What is important is to go. What is the root cause? You go down on the ground. Thank you.
Balevi, just hold your thoughts.
Mkwai.
Just that point you
Yes.
road shedding. I'm going to allow the team to go on break for a short while. Just we watch a video. Then we move to that topic. CJ, over to you.
Sorry, Himba, I was having a bit of connection problem. I didn't get what you said.
I said we go on a short break, we watch a video, then we cross over to the road shedding issue. So let's watch the video, then we come back. Viewers, you are welcome in the studio. We want to hear what is the situation where you are over the issues we are discussing here. Today, we are waiting for you. Please come into the studio, join us. We want to hear what is happening on the ground. Over to you, CJ.
Yes. Thank you, Himba. I can see Mr. Derek Chashi is watching. Please, if you can join the studio, Derek, do so. There's also Alex Mudenda. Please feel free to click the link and join the studio. Right about now, just watch this clip over load shedding. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Steve. So 1 out of 10, what score are you giving ZESCO?
The ZESCO, I can give them 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. You've heard the reasons that they've given.
I'm only seeing 4 eyes on the screen.
What do you have to
and
say
Mr.
about
Mianda, I'm still waiting for the video.
Some of the reasons that we heard from the load shedding is that there is lack of water in Kariba Dam. Yes, and some other rumors we heard that the electricity is just exporting from, the government is just exporting electricity to other neighboring countries.
So how has the load shedding affected your business?
The load shedding has affected us too much because as we are just dealing with the business, especially with the lagers and some different beers. So customers, they find that when they find that the lagers are or drinks are hot, they run away. Yes. Big ones.
Okay, so Mr. Steve, what cry do you have to the government, and if there's a suggestion, what suggestion would you give government?
The suggestion that I can give to the government is that the government has to do everything possible so that we have enough electricity in the country, or at least just reduces the hours of shedding, because sometimes you find that we come at work 8 hours, we knock off 22 hours or 22 hours, but without electricity for the business. So my suggestion to the government is just at least just reduces the hours for the load shedding so that we can balance the business.
Thank you very much, Mr. Steve.
Thank you.
Zina ndina Olivia na Chilima. Okay. Mabuta amene twapezekana monga za mabuchalizi nyama ziola. Chifukwa road shedding wanatuza 6 hours. Manje ipanga 12 hours. So ise twenzopempa malaiti beta azienda usiku kuyambira 06 malaiti up to 18 hours yankalako azienda che usiku. Nyama zimankalako safe na business kulibe bantu siwaenda bantu wako unawaenda na malaiti.
Zikomo. So ngati mubachonga wa ZESCO, out of 10 mubapasa ko zingati?
Parod shedding amene watupasa wa ZESCO imwe ndi kubachonga kwebe palibe cho bachonga ni 0% kwa nyama za ola. Sembe bachinja ko che program yambira malaiti kwamba kusenya zinkala kwa up to 18 hours tungabachonge wa ZESCO.
Okay.
Usiku tukale tube malaiti si okay.
So kulima reasons yamine bana pasa yamine bapasa stiz wakuti munamvirako vabwanji pali ma reasons ya ZESCO.
Ma reasons ya yamene tunamvirako manakamba ati bazambia na bakongo tulisemu chifukwa chama mines. So kopa kuja ku Kongo ni kwa mene wamapeleka ndiye kuli big company wene baki big mine ndiye ili ku Kongo. So ndiye ma reason yamene tunamvirako. Era wanakamba ati yenangu bagulisa ko banzatu wako Zimbabwe. So manje tandiza banzatu batise bana ba otudira. Muno tunanjara bintu biola business is slow, economy si bwino manje ka data bwanji.
So
batandizire kwa pozona bintu sibienda bantu bamaenda na malaiti. Chametu pepa manyingi malaiti wazizimya kuseni kukusiku kuseni azinkala kwa up to 18 hours.
Okay, so in concluding, what is your cry to the government and the suggestion if you have any?
Chamatulira ise business twangena malosi tatama nyingi nyama muka kuno kwa mandefu mabuchalizi olo bansomba batama nyingi holding baive mene bachita bama saluni bama baba shop okay bintu bonse chabe baonongeka so bintu ni vokosa ero business nowadays it is slow man tufakepo na road shedding babutiratu
Zikomo.
Thank you so much and welcome to the program. CJ, over to you.
Yeah, nkani ya load shedding. Mwamvira mwena wadidira abantu uko. I'll start with you, Mr. Mianda.
Yeah, those are genuine cries of ordinary Zambians. So kulira kwa genuine tekulira mwingalanda tyawe ababale ipanga kulira kwakwe bati abantu n'abattemwa fimwe fy'obuteeka obulebomba leero paliki nakiba kitasaana affect so nga ni bamaayo abamwamona mwalasanga okweba ti bali hit terribly in that business yabwe obakita yamabuchari business bapanga yamabutcharies and then balefirwa storage ya nangula ma commodities baleshitisha kireshupa n'abalumbulamu n'aba welding n'abalumbulamu n'abale abashitisha esabi n'alabika po n'abama barber shops. So you find that abengama businesses aya nonwayo bakita nangoyo bapanga ma hand to mouth apanga 50 kwacha lero iraine 50 kwacha yara ashitiremu abana efyakulya so nga chakweba ti load shedding yaba 12 hours. 12 hours is half a day, meaning ama lighting ya 05 yara isa yabwele nangu nga ya 20 hours yakabwela mailo 8 to 9 nga ya kuma 5 yara isa yabwele kuma 20, meaning the whole day abantu bachiringo kubesha tababeshe. And the cries we hear from the Zambians are very genuine, Himba. Why are people complaining? People are complaining because there's been misinformation. There's been misinformation. At first, Vala did at 6 hours. When it was extended to 12 hours, I think only the social media population was catered for. I only saw an official letter from ZESCO on Facebook. Now, only a fraction of the Zambian people are on social media. Kwa banaba bapa social media abatamba fyama video mulandi wakweba ti kuberenga tabakwate shuko yakweba ti bafika to a certain level yakuberenga. So tete bachite understand balana bena. So what ZESCO was supposed to have done, nga filafi ne bapitamo muku checking ama connection, ama illegal connection. Fo balingira okupitamo kabiri muku chita sensitize abantu ifirere nga load shedding nefyalale nga hours yafike kuli 12 nero pakubala batu webera ati ni 6 hours. So ukulira kwa baraba mayo no kulira kwa mulumendo kuli very genuine. Tetimwambe okutalikana n'omuntu lera ndokweba ati ine nshitisha obwalwa andi ubwalwa bwandi kubushitisha nga mala gazi bulingire na butalala. So nalashitisha shani. That's a very genuine cry himba. So the effect of load shedding already nanguni 2 hours or 3 hours is very hard. Now it is coming harder on a common Zambian who can't afford other alternative means of energy. So we really need to do something about reducing these hours. Otherwise, the economy will come to a standstill. And when the economy comes to a standstill, it is still, the pinch will still be felt by Zambians abali kulo bracket.
Thank you so much, Bamianda. Thank you so much. I've just noticed we've been joined by Wallace Miova in the studio. Wallace Miova, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Himba. Can you hear me there?
Yes, I can. Please go ahead with your contribution to the program.
Thank you very much. Mine is short. I'll wrap up together with medicine and load shedding. As we said last week, I think when we were having a program on the same day, Friday. I'm sure Zambian people, they are human beings, they can listen. But load shedding is actually bad for economy. It's bad for a lot of things because everything is driven by the power. So, so as we said last time, I'm sure the government did not do this deliberately. I think they are working around the clock to correct the situation. But the thing is, they need to explain to the people what happened, because the president, in the first place, assured that the load shedding was no more. So now it has come back. So the Zambian people need reassurance so that the anxieties from different corners of the country can lower down. But now there is nobody. Everybody has gone quiet, and all we hear is oppositions who are actually, talking propagandas and amplifying, making sure the government is smeared bad. But no one from the government, not even a spokesperson for the government, absolutely zero. So that's where actually things have gone very bad, because we don't know what is going on. So what we're hearing is opposition and people like us, so why can someone from the government stand up and go on the media and explain exactly what will be happening, and when are we expecting the normal situation to come back? So we need to hear someone to communicate to us. Even medications, we have 58, and people are saying takuli meat, even paracetamol, nothing. So like Brother Mianda said, that goes to zero when someone says there is nothing in the hospital. But if we had someone from government assuring the nation to say we have the medication, basic medication like for malaria, simple like diabetes, hypertension, basic medication that people can go to the clinic and get treated. We have those basics, but then we will be reassured and the nation will actually see that the government is working towards the good. But at the moment, we don't have any communication. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Miova. CJ, please take us through the comments. If we have any comments,
Sorry?
take us through. We are having a feedback. If you're not speaking, please, comrades, let us try to switch off, to mute ourselves. There's a feedback which I'm having. CJ, take us through the comments from all the platforms and the questions if you have anything to react from.
Okay, so Mr. Derek Chashi is watching. We also have Mr. Alex Mdenda watching from Monza City. Okay, Derek, he says, Mweveniko mianda ulupali. I don't know what that is. Mianda. You've seen that comment? Or maybe it's Ulupala.
Ulupala. Ulupala.
Yeah. I'll say for now, those are the comments that we had. Yeah. So Himba,
Okay.
Mr. Miova brought out referred to the issue about medicines. Why is it that these the talk about medicines is just focusing on saying there are no medicines in hospital? They are not looking at the root cause, because that committee brought out issues that were leading to the root cause. Why are people just focusing on that aspect instead of looking at how to deal with the root cause? Because in their sitting, they mentioned something like ZAMSA was not operating the way it's supposed to operate, because it is the one that is supposed to be handling the procurement and all those other things. So why is the focus just on people saying there's no medicine and not looking at the root cause?
CJ, for me, my take on that one, we know the issues around ZAMSA. That institution has really let us down on a number of issues, but the people who are pushing the narrative where they are saying it's zero medication, they don't even talk about ZAMSA because they know. They don't even talk about what if a committee later. When they went on the ground to go and do fact findings on the ground. Because now the narrative they are trying to push, because our ZAMSA, we know that this institution, there was a lot of corruption here at HTK. ZAMSA afiire okumona emitoko erefuma nakwisa, is it genuine medication itaire expired takuli nchi afiire okumona, but if yonse fyale epita, which means kwala ama loopholes, so because ababene abali involved mu loopholes ebalefa pushing a narrative yakuba takuli umuti, meanwhile they know what is happening. And now the Ministry of Health has said, can we clean the system? Let's clean this ZAMSA kwa tuve na genuine medication ishibolele medication ile efika konse, because umumwine muli bazamsa balelipira nama suppliers abashashitirepo supply katushinga mwera bale shita supply umuntu ali pa list ya shita supply, but ukongesha shita supply there's no trace. Umuntu ali pa list that bali later when you follow it you can't get. So the other thing why for me it's because there's a cleanup that is happening. The system was rotten. The system was manipulated. A lot of things system. So the only thing we need to do is that there should be a lot of information. We should be going to the Zambian people. That 0%. Let's make sure that the Zambian people are sensitized. They understand the system, the procedures, even in procurement. What is the procedures? And if anything, I think for me, it's an eye-opener. As Zambian people at this time, we even have to go local. Let's talk to people in our local languages. Cardiac arrest here. Unless we are specialist or karamba. We need to start educating our community to understand this. I rest my case, CJ.
You are muted. Sorry for that. Yeah, so Bamianda, your take on ZAMSA, the procurement system, and the issues that were highlighted by the committee, by the parliamentary committee.
Yeah, as I think Zambians, we have a very poor reading culture. We love to just some of these documents are very public documents, Bwana CJ. But you find that we only want to listen to news which will be laced with editorial policy, what a given news house believes in. Iringi tatufa kuiberengera fwebe na Zambia, tulolera news yafumya olopa social media page yale mba news erofo twabelenga palya efo twalasanga ukwebati efo twalambo kulandapo fingi fyafumine muri lya committee apart from ama findings yafyalubire ine committee yalelanda na yalepera nama recommendations efo tulingire twachita pakwati problem ipwe nomba fwebe na Zambia twatemwa kumfwa iringi fintu fili negative erofo twaikatirira nokubutuka na fiena. So what problem is there for us to be at 58% instead of 70 plus that is recommended? Bali landa ba committee ukwebati kuli ama challenges mu procurement system. Mumishitire ya miti muchiri amafisa kanwa. So mafisa kanwa nshi, there's been a system like levi chirwa for bachiralanda. Bachirwa bachiranda pokwa government for ibomba ni system. Inelero nangu na ba minister wa health. Nalasanga system ibomba. Endiria system te tinchinje for ibomba ne muntu fyeneka. tulingira twayikala bonse pamo pakwatira system tuyichinje. Example lero nga chakweba ati basije mwayaba ba minister ku Ministry of Health mwalasanga kwali wa procurement committee. Ila procurement committee tamukweta amaka ya kwikala fe mubuke fe oluchelo mulanda ati mu procurement committee bana X fumenimo bana Z fumenimo kuli procedure eyo tulingire twakonkea lasuminishwa na system. So ba committee recommendation bale pera imo yakweba tayama systems tayale yafu echalo. So yama systems nga tayale yafu echalo yaisa shani yamama systems yaisa namafunde ayapangwa na ba MP abalingiro kuya ku parliament bachinja yamama funde. Lero ababene ba MP ebo mulesanga ebalesa mukuyirishanya ku bantu ati imitita muri instead bachitecho basalirwa ukuchita. Efino mbo mufyasho amano alera ndati
na abantu afiro okubepusha namwisha apa abena Zambia po tufiro okwishwa ati insambu tuwakwata ninsambu bushashani nga ba MP baisa balera ndati imiti takuli. So tufire tuwabepusha inga emwe ba MP nishitwami tumina ku parliament finshi muya mkuchita ku parliament nga mlete wa
ati mukuchita lobby ati baya mukuchita lobby nomba mukuchita lobby tamwa bakuchita lobby imiti.
Yeah.
Let's also have input from Mr. Mioba.
No, CJ, we have Valevi. Before we bring
Valevi, we have Valevi.
Okay, Chirwa, Mr. Chirwa.
Thank you very much. I'm following quite good. And me, I love being patient. But me and I'll ask a question where you mentioned to say we don't read as Zambians. Then do you know where a place called there's a village place where I am, Bami, and I even just having a comment to make on this phone. I've been having challenges in network issues even last week. Then number two, we Zambians, not everyone is educated. Number three, if you have sometimes feel chitapo draw attention here if of Zambians. Why? It's because in most cases you'd find that people are on social medias watching Benny Rombe learning from Kabwata. And yet there's no news posted on the media to say this is the statement from this media house, or maybe from this committee, this has been posted. You, Bamianda, who is seated home on a television, you are able to watch parliament. Me, Levi Chirwa, who is in the hustle world, I'm in the field. I do not have time to see a parliament. So which one is easy for me to access? We go back to news. Because I know wherever I am, at least I can find time to watch ZNBC. So now, what is so difficult in coming on media, address the nation? We had an address from the president last, I think 2 weeks, if not 1 week, where he addressed this issue of road shedding. It's barely a week. We were comforted when he addressed. So we need now to be comforted another address. So we are watching, people are watching Benny Rombe running, Ambe being caught, because there's no news on the media. What are people going to watch if there's no media, no news on the media? What are people going to read? You give me a book or any statement that has come from maybe a media house, because maybe in the Mumpanga, there's a statement issued over road shedding. So that's why even last time, I said the only time that we are going to realize that we Zambians, we are united, is the only time that we are going to work hard. The time we need to realize to say politics must be put aside when the government has been put in place and work together. Politics comes in the time of elections. That's the time we are going to be successful. Because I'll ask you a very simple question. I will challenge every media personnel or every person here present. Is there a politician in a ruling party that is going to stand and make a statement to say tamuli imiti muvipatara? The answer is no. Is there a politician in the ruling party that is going to make the statement to say road shedding is a very bad thing? The answer is no. We support with what is there. But we need to be realistic. When there's no medicine, we better do the right thing. You may not even necessarily tell the people to say if status, but at least assurance is very important. You just assure people to say quiet, okay, they were this the lapse, but we wish to work ahead. So to be honest with you, me this time I've come to understand to say I have so much respect to the president's vision. I have so much respect to every political party. But what I want to see is to see Zambians debate together, move together, find solutions together, information being passed everywhere. Because this road shedding issue of hours extension, I saw it on media and I saw it happening now. So how do who is right? The one who has posted on media to say there is road shedding, and the one who hasn't posted and saying there is no road shedding, we're working on it. Who is better? Because somebody posts, I'll be practical. Yes.
Hello,
Mkwai.
ifuma as official news. Ifuma as a gossip.
Yeah.
Because in Zambia, ifuma as a gossip. Why should just give it a week to be real?
So don't go far, Madam Himbe. I'll ask a question. We have Ubuntu channel here. This issue of road shedding is a issue that is on the chopping board because it's affecting the economy. The question is, has any party, any government official come on board, even just using this same platform, just for any interview to say, this is what is happening, what is the status? We are just hearing rumors, no, damu na istoko, damu na istashan. So even when people have got confidence, we have confidence in the government. Now, if information is not passed well, we will lose our direction.
So, natukwata ba ZESCO spokesperson, natukwata issue it's not only one sector that is involved. Kulina ba ERB bonze bafire bayisa mu batweba. No one is speaking.
So allow me, sorry, to interrupt that. So ZESCO, that is Henry Kapata. He issued a statement. There's a video that was going around. I think it's from QTV. So just hold on. Let me just play that one so that we can listen to the explanation.
Maybe.
Well, ZESCO Limited perfectly understands the concerns that are being raised by our customers, suggesting that they have noticed an anomaly in the schedule that we issued, which indicates that load shedding should be around 6 hours. Well, allow me to mention that we are now in level 3 of load shedding, meaning that we have moved from 6 to 12 hours of load shedding. Now, what has necessitated this move, obviously, is the continuous low water levels in our dams. Now, you realize that we have also mentioned that Mamba thermal plant that are responsible, as per agreement, to give us 300 megawatts are currently having one of their machines going through maintenance because they have installed capacity of 300 megawatts. Each one of them carrying about 150 megawatts. And so one of them is going through maintenance works, which is acceptable. And again, the low water levels, like we had suggested, indicated earlier on, we are currently at 475.60 minimum, almost getting down to very much minimum, because the minimum levels for the Kariba Dam is about 475.0. Now, would you imagine we are at 475.60, because the maximum for that particular dam is somewhere around 480 89. So you will see that we are basically way below, hence necessitating the load shedding that we commenced. But to answer the question, we have moved to level 3. We are now from 6 hours load shedding to 8 to 12 hours load shedding. We have moved from 6 hours load shedding to 12 hours load shedding. And we shall continue to guide our customers. Who knows, maybe in the next 3-4 months or so, we should be able to get down to 9, to 6, somewhere around there. But what is important is that our customers should now understand that we have moved from 6 to 12 hours load shedding. That is the current position. Well, I think what is important is to be in line with the plan as we have issued a statement with regards to the schedule to our customers. If we go against the schedule, that is what is putting our customers in a very awkward position. And so when we say 6 to 12, then we will have to be very particular about the times because it's being done on rotation basis. For example, Cheston Chainda may have it today, tomorrow they may not have it, the other day they may not have it, so because it's being done on a rotational basis. But to answer your question in short, we must be consistent in the way we are managing the load shedding. So if we say 12 beginning from let's say 10 hours, it has to be 12 so that our customers are able to plan. But if we say 12 and we go into 14, 16, that doesn't augur well with our customers because they want to plan as well. So we'll have to be very consistent, and this is basically what the
Well.
Can I go first?
Before I even forget my comment, allow me to comment first before I lose network.
Please go ahead.
Even though it's still cutting, the network is still cutting. I hope you are able to get me. So that's a very good address, eh? So I'm still coming back to Mr. Mianda. Imagine me, I was in the bush. I did not see that message. Then now, someone makes a comment, a very funny one, saying, manzi yonse tamvera ati vanasiriza kumwera zigolo. Which one is going to go viral? Between such a statement, now amena kambati manzi vanasiriza kumwa zigolo. Which one is going to go viral? The answer is manzi vanasiriza kumwa zigolo will go viral because that one is in our local language. So has that message been interpreted to our local language? Has that message been interpreted? The answer is obviously no. And in our Zambian culture, you find that 40% of people are the ones that are educated. 60% are obviously people that are not educated. So when you are sensitizing, how do you do it? Balance the equation. You balance those that are educated. Me, I'll be able to understand the megawatts, the what. Then someone will not understand the megawatts. At the street, as if it's megawatts. So the only thing that I'm still going back is once we work together and sensitize people in the right way and use this media platform as an advantage, then we'll not have people rising against each other. It was the same with Iyatshani Amaseti, Ukwipa Amaseti. It was the same. Your political issues involved. But when you find issues, even those that are business people, they took advantage because they saw politicians having arguments unnecessary. So I think that is my comment. Sensitization is very important. Ama books ayongoko yari, let's try to convey them in a manner that people will understand. Because to be honest with you, I'm a businessman. Nizaimvera yo megawatts nina mapresha yo gula unga ndiyo and what. So try to explain something that is going to make people understand. That's why even on medicine it was very difficult for people to understand. Kavairo kakuti wanu inanganda ku hospital banipasa munkwala or banibera prescription. I will take it as if uja munkwala ni kwenda ogula. Then uja muntu alibe ndalama zogula munkwala uja mina mulembera. then akamvera ati munkwala mulibe muvipatala. Even medicine that was genuine benzeribe ba hospital will be labeled to say kulibe minkwala. Now what medicine are you talking about? So those are issues that people should be looking at and being addressed to. Then you find that we are going to be in a serious direction. I am a megawatts. Anyway, I leave this to Mr. Madam Himbe and the rest of the team to make me understand
Thank
the
you.
megawatts. Otherwise, to me, I'm understanding the Zigoro concept. I submit. I'm
At,
wishing to willing to listen from others.
ati bagavumenti bagamba ati tiende ati bonse tiende bazachita provide transport tiende kudamu tikalire. Anyway, that aside, but that is what
You see?
Now I want to react, Miss CJ. I want to react from what the ZESCO spokesperson was saying. In the first place, we appreciate that he has come out, but that information, for me, it has come at the wrong time. We needed it way back, not now. You hope ingabali twebere akale at maybe before Tyler Tampe he wrote shedding here 12 hours ngabali twebere mwe bantu ida 6 hours kwa myebere na tuwela awe 6 hours yala about 12 hours. And the reasons are these. And then apapa message late. For me, he should have even started with an apology because the Zambian people have been inconvenienced. So he should have rendered an apology to the Zambian people. Secondly, I didn't hear him as ZESCO taking responsibility. I think for me, it's like he just took it like, I'm sorry, this is how I feel. But I just feel like he just came out. I just need to inform the nation. They should know, because we've cried for information. But I'm not seeing him coming out on behalf of ZESCO, taking the responsibility that they've inconvenienced the Zambian people, especially the young generation. Abaleshtama baba shop, abaleshtama saluni, abaleshta, muma baba bomba muma ba, because muma ba, there are young people who sell mumaba elonga mabata eleshisha inchitosha lubana ama saluni taya bombe. Equal even at family level, abantu balefu ikokuya kumanchito, they need to plan. So I would appreciate that they should have prepared the Zambian people. Next week tukatampa ukulashita road shedding ila 6 hours tuamyebere mwebe na Zambia taya bombe because amenshi ya chepa opo twale emyebera pali opo twamyebere tafyaendere bwino. For me, I strongly feel somebody is not doing their job properly, or what are the engineers kuzeskwefebalechita, because they should have seen this coming and they should have advised the nation to keep on preparing the nation. For me, this is a crisis, just like we had the COVID. Can the ZESCO or the institution involved come on board, carry the Zambian people together, start informing the Zambian people, even updating on daily basis? I rest my case.
So why are institutions failing to effectively communicate? Because it's like communication always pops up each time we have such kind of issues. Mr. Chirwa mentioned something about let me say other stories overshadowing what is happening. So for example, there's this thing that I put up where they say at PF overused water in Kariba. So instead of focusing on the real issues, you find people are distracted and start debating things that are not even really beneficial.
CJ,
Yes.
that's a big media house. So today I can assure you that if we went to find out from the person purported to have issued that statement, in fact, they are not even pinpointing whoever said it. They are just saying State House. Who at State House issued that statement? Who at State House?
Yeah.
You can't.
So now,
State House is an institution.
I'm also having questions whether this is actually true or maybe it was just edited somewhere here or there.
It can't be true. Looking at the way media houses operate in Zambia, if there was a person that issued that statement, they would have wanted to pinpoint.
Mr.
Because
Mianda,
that
sorry to cut
statement
you short.
is
Mr. Mianda, sorry to cut you short. The truth of the matter here, we are not debating on the statement, but instead, we are still debating on information. You find that
yes.
you raised the concern and the point where you said people, us Zambian people, we are lazy to read what is on the media, maybe the documentations or anything. We learn to the news. So now, the reason why we learn to the news, one is easily accessible. Number one. Number two, we fear, some of us, we fear rumors. Like what is saying here, it may be considered, to me, is considered as a rumor. Something without true verdict, without true facts of it. So me, as old as I am, I will not pay attention to start understanding or maybe debating on something that I have no facts over. My duty, I'll just look at that one and consider it to be a joke, and I'll peruse over. It will be a joke of the day. But when something comes on the news, I'll consider it official, because it cannot come on the news without proper information. So we are not debating on who wrote. I think that one is
Yes.
out of our topic. He just gave
No,
you an example. So that
Mr.
question was
Chilwa,
on who wrote that statement is not our
Thank you so
interest. I submit.
Mr.
Thank you,
Chilwa,
Mr. Chief.
what
Mr.
I'm
Yes,
saying,
Mr.
Thank you
Nyan.
so much.
what I was saying was,
let me
what I was saying was, even when you trust media houses, each media house has got an editorial.
Okay, we seem to have lost Mianda. Himba, you can pick it up.
let me bring in Mr. Mioba. Mr. Mioba, what's your take?
I think for me is I agree with Levy what he said. To be fair, you know, a lot of people, I think, they rely on the news, and our politicians have not taken advantage of that. So the best thing here is looking at that video from ZESCO. It's a disaster to me, because they should have surveyed. They should have known that the water was going low, and prepare and informed the Mamba copper mine to start, preparing for that, so that when the water goes low to this level, that machine would have already been maintained and ready to actually firing. But now they are reacting. That was absolutely disaster. Now, because of that, absolutely, I want to see the president, because the president's aspiration is absolutely derailed. So I want to see the president now to unlock the domestic, ditches, hitches that actually he said that now those who are not working, they had 1 year to improve, and someone is not doing their job properly. And because of that, I think it's the high time when we start putting people who are actually focused, because this way of reacting is not what we want in the government. Because now businesses are absolutely standing on still. So it's bad for business, bad for economy, to have people who are reactive all the time instead of proactive. So I think it's actually we failed here to proactive, to check the level of water, to say, well, I think in 3 months we must be having low, so we would actually go to load shedding that. So can we get our counterparts at the Mamba copper mine to actually prepare the machines? But it appears it didn't happen that way. And for me, I think I still stand, communication is lacking, and again, there are some people who are not doing the right things in there. I think the president has to actually work very hard to put and unlock or reshuffle some ministers in some ministries which are actually just there as like white elephants. I rest my case.
Yeah. So Himba, on the other hand, remember ZESCO
before I
initially.
forget,
Yes.
before I forget,
Yes, Mr. Zero.
there is one thing that Mr. Mioba has raised. That's why I did just want to be strong. Truth to be told, the president has a vision, and the president wants things to work. But the people that are maybe in his office
The system.
are making things look difficult. It's very embarrassing to my side. The boss himself, the president, gives a statement to say we are going to have a board meeting. I think I followed that live to make sure that road shading is a story of the past in simple terms, not to follow every statement. We are working hand in hand to make sure that we reduce on road shading issue. And we are challenged to say, is there anyone having load shedding issues in their homes? And by then, load shedding was not there. It's 2 weeks. Then today, we get information to say there has been issues with the Kariba, what the mother has, and what. So who fed the president that everything is okay on the Kariba? Because the president maybe may have not had time to go there because of his busy schedule. He needs, of course, somebody, an expert, to tell him to say this is the pace we are moving at. Even when he's making a statement to say road shading is not going to be there, he should have a very varied expert a point of view. So now that's why I'm saying, because we are not considering the system, we are not taking the system well. Some people in the government have taken politics to be a distraction. So there are people in the offices that still wants to see a downfall of us Zambians, the downfall of the president himself. As a result, that's why I concur with Mr.
Mr. Mioba.
Actually, see, for me, I would even say, just to add on what is saying.
If people are not doing,
it seems he's got a bad connection on
a network
on his end. Yeah.
For me,
yes,
just to add on as we conclude, there are only two things here. It's either the engineers we have at ZESCO, they are not qualified, or somebody is playing politics, because you can't tell me that 2 weeks ago the president issued a that is not just a statement, it's the presidential statement. So which means the person who gave the president this information, they had done their groundwork, they had their facts on the ground. So for them, you can't tell me that 2 weeks down the line,
but Himba, earlier, ZESCO had announced that load shedding was supposed to start. I don't know if it was 16th December or it was November that time about, but it didn't start that particular.
Okay, fine.
The initial time they announced.
But how many hours did they say? How many hours did they say?
6.
So you see, so 6 to 12, that is double. So you can't tell me if the engineers saw this. You can't see that until Ubunga completely finishes. Truth be told, CJ, ZESCO has disappointed the Zambian people. ZESCO has betrayed the president, because they shouldn't have let the president, because the president doesn't go on the ground. The president can't go to the Caribbean and start. He's got engineers who should give him the facts of what is happening on the ground. And by now, the ZESCO engineers should have been able to know, repair, so this should have been, this is a country we are talking about, Tekantemba. akakweba twala tushite salad tupimishe twala tushite repu nga bwapu obunga twala tushite kapamela. No, we are talking about a country where we should have long-term planned action plan, not 2 days, 3 days. Me, it's either the people or the engineers at ZESCO, they are not qualified for that job, and we should look for qualified people, or somebody is betraying the president. They are playing politics here. 6 hours yakulisha. The Zambian people are suffering. Can the ZESCO people?
So now, Himba, I would like to have your rating for ZESCO, but before we get there, we haven't even mentioned issues around the new fees that have been introduced, connection fee, which were increased to something like, I don't know if it's 500%.
CJ, let's leave that topic for next. Because what are they going to connect?
Okay, give us your rating, then we conclude.
CJ, okay. Because even why am I going to rate the ZESCO people? Because they've let me down. Communication, noto.
0.
So how? Guiding the president, noto. 0. Why am I planning it? 0. What am I going to say about ZESCO? Okay, tell me.
Well,
disappointing the Zambian people. Noto. So what will I say? Because they've
reserve your rating.
Thank you. Save me from this. Thank you.
Yeah. Viewers, thank you very much. We've had a wonderful 1 hour 21 minutes looking at the health sector as well as ZESCO and the current predicament that we're in with the load shedding issue. Please make a date to join us next Friday for Political Friday. It's an open discussion where we allow people to come in and just air their views on different issues that are affecting our nation. It is politics, and the only restrictions that we have, no insults, no defamation. It has to be mature and it has to be fact-based debate that is allowed on this program. From me and Himba, we are saying have a blessed evening and stay glued to all our activities, even as you follow, subscribe, and like our social media profiles, whether Facebook, YouTube, as well as Twitter. Thank you very much and have a good evening.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Ubuntu team. Bye-bye.
Bye.